All right, welcome everybody. Shalom to everyone. Peace and welcome on this Tuesday evening, June 13th, 2023, and it's 9:42 p.m. Central Time. It felt like Friday today because I went to a garage sale. Actually, I went there twice, so it felt like Friday. Does not feel like a Tuesday at all. It feels like a Friday to me, but that's okay. I got a lot done today. Went to the dump. I was putting that off. Oh boy, was I putting that off. Anyway, glad that's done. That place is so disgusting. Stinks so bad, you guys. Unbelievable. It was really hot today too. It was 80 something when I was there. Oh, it was hot. Worked up a sweat, that's for sure. Anyway, so my trailer's empty. I'm super happy. Costs less than I thought it would. That never happens. So anyway, that's a good day. Then went to a garage sale. So as a plan, Stan, we're gonna talk about the Greek god Hades. Hades. Actually, while I'm waiting for people to come on here, I'm going to pull. I just got curious about something. All right, so let me pull up the King James Bible. Oops. All right. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to see how many times Hades is in the New Testament. I don't think it's in the Old Testament. If it is, it's a translation thing. It should be this one. All right. All right. So King James Version. Let's see how many times Hades is in the Bible. Maybe once or twice in the Old Testament. If it's was changed to a translation from Sheol. Sometimes Sheol gets switched with hell and all kinds of stuff. So. Oh, you know what? They spell with the I. It's funny, Luke, what came up with hell? Here, actually, let me see. I'm going to look it up the easier way with my phone. By voice, that way I don't have to learn how to spell it right. All right. All right. So, okay, I figured it out. It's Revelation 1:18. The keys to death and Hades. Possessing the keys of death means risen Christ is a control authority. Let me see here. Did Jesus go to hell between his death and resurrection? Death and Hades. Well, I don't know why it's not coming up. Not coming up on. Let me just see here. Am I supposed to capitalize it? That's H. Hades. HADES. Why is that not coming up? That's weird. Only Luke. Huh. And it doesn't even say Hades, it says in hell. In hell, he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and sees Abraham far off and Lazarus in his bosom. That was such a horrible story to picture anybody in that position. You know what I mean? And of course, then the rich man goes and he's asking to go tell the brothers, not to come here, and they're like, nah, too late. Too late. So anyway, so we're going to learn a little bit about the Greek god and goddesses. And the top 12, and one of them is tonight, or is Hades, god of the dead in the underworld. I just don't know why that's weird. It says it's not even in here. Right, check the double spelling. Father baptizing. Okay, let me see. Hades. Why isn't death and Hades coming up? Maybe it's the wrong translation. King James onlyest. That is weird. I can also pull up Revelation. What was it? Revelation 1:18, or what was it? Wait, Hades is a term often used in the board of the dead. Or as here it is again, Revelation. It's all over the place. Acts 20:20. That is so weird. It's not coming up on. I know an easier way to do it. There should be a lot of verses about this. There you go. It's consistent with death. So as they say death, and Hades, death and Hades, or death and torment, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. All right, what does the Bible say about Hades? It's kind of interesting. All right. Oh, there's a lot of them. That's so weird. It didn't come up on that Bible Gateway site. Okay, there's it says 100. No shortage of Hades. Let's see, corruption. Here's a psalm: "For you will not abandon my soul to Sheol." See, that's not Hades. That's Sheol. Like I said, if you'll see it in the Old Testament, it's because the translator swapped out the word Sheol for Hades, which, I don't know, let me see. These are all New Testament. One psalm, which wasn't even a Hades. All New Testament. Here, interesting. Nope. All right, so that's exactly what I thought. Because in the Old Testament, they didn't have Hades. It wasn't even invented. There wasn't even a thing. In the Old Testament, when you die, you went to Sheol. Well, good morning to you too. Good morning, Golek. How you doing this morning? Hope you're going to have a wonderful day. Must be into Wednesday, huh? Well, good morning to you. Hope all goes well today. Hope it's awesome. I had a great day. I'm just finishing my Tuesday. It is 9:52 p.m., almost 10 o'clock. I had a good day. I went to the stinky dump. It's really stinky there. Ugh. But I'm not going. I learned not to go on Wednesday because they told me it stinks extra bad on Wednesday. Because on Wednesday they pick up the casino trash, and the casino has shrimp, and it's all their seafood gets nasty, and it makes the trash really stinky. So they said just don't come on a Wednesday. So I make sure I don't. It was hot. Hot trash stinks. I brought a scarf just in case I had to put it on my face. But once I got out at that, it's kind of nasty, but it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. Well, hey Grace, how you doing tonight? Welcome and shalom to Grace. Hope you had a wonderful day. I just seen I was at the dump today and it was very ripe. It stinks, but not as bad as Wednesday on shrimp day. Anyway, I haven't been to the dump since last year. I had a lot of stuff. In fact, you know what? It was even on that load. Over the winter, I tore out my bathroom. I pulled up the tiles off my floor. I removed my sink and the vanity and everything, smashed it all up and brought it out. And really gutted my bathroom. And all of that was on there. Plus, I don't know, 9 months of trash, maybe. It was all, and my sink, a marble sink, that was heavy. Them tiles were heavy. Anyway, I thought it'd be like $100. It was like $60. It was $65. That was pretty good. Wait, you legally dumped your trash? Good deal. No need to practice things from famous folks. YouTube profit does? No, I do not. Actually, trash is expensive, you guys. I've been in the trash business. I hauled trash. I was in the trash business. I know all about trash. And it is expensive. And if somebody dumps their trash off on you, that's expensive. And yeah, he was throwing his trash from home, big bags at the gas station. Got yelled at for it. So he went and threw it in somebody else's trash. Well, that's no different than somebody coming and throwing their trash in your front yard. Nobody should pay for somebody else's trash. It's expensive. But anyway, it was I think it was let me see. I think it was 1,000 pounds. How much was it? It was I came in with 8,180 pounds and I left with 6,880. So it was 1,300 pounds of trash and construction debris. So 1,300, what was it? Exactly 1,300 pounds to the right on the dot. I'll show you. I hit my camera in on. I'll show you what the bill looks like when you go to trash. Here, Mark, this is really all you got to do. It's not really that you just got to pay for your. So here. So when you go in, you got to go over the scale. You go over the scale, and it's called the scale fee. This you get to get on the scale is $15, and then just tip the scale. It is $43 of weight. That's what I had. 43. I had, or is it 1,300 exactly? Right on the dot. 1,300 pounds. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, 65.40. That's a good deal. That was a giant trailer filled with trash and construction material. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like $100. So anyway, I was glad. It was about scales scare some people. They know it's going to tip before they get near. Yeah. Speaking of tipping the scales, right? Yeah. Well, I let my truck tip the scales. That's my light truck. That's my truck. That's my other truck weighs a lot more than that. But this is my pickup in the trailer, so both of them only weigh 6,800, which is still a lot. But with my other truck and trailer, it's up to almost 10 grand. But anyway, it's fun. It took a long time. So anyway, I'm super happy. My trailer's empty. I just put that off for a long time. I've been putting that off since April. I just did not want to do it. I didn't want to do it. Anyway, yeah, otherwise I was busy running today, so I didn't really get anything on. Didn't really get to watch too much today. And then tonight, me and the doggies had a barbecue. I don't usually cook barbecue chicken on the grill. I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Eggs have come down quite a bit. Eggs are now $1.49 a dozen. And if you go to Walmart, when you got 60 eggs, it went up to $12. It went from 6 something to $12. Well, now the 60 eggs, if you get them at Walmart, 60 eggs went from 12 something down to $7. So eggs came way down. Anyway, chicken, I just got a bunch of chicken for 79 cents a pound that I always usually feed the dogs. And that's pretty good. That's 10 pounds of chicken for $7.90, $8. Anyway, that was a good barbecue. Me and doggies had a barbecue. So anyway, I'm ready to rock and roll with this another Greek god. I think this is number 5. And this is Hades. Yeah, the death of the god of death and underworld, Hades. Sound familiar? Yeah, because it's in the New Testament lots and lots of times. Surprise. Oh, what is the Greek god here? What is the Roman god equivalent of Hades?
Dis. According to research guides at Southern Adventist University and LibGuides, his Roman counterpart was Dis.
Dis. D-I-S. Like, man, did you diss me? D-I-S. Greek mythology, Lord of Hades, the underworld, and also his original name. His Roman counterpart was Dis, also Orcus. Orcus? Isn't there like a whale named after Orcus? Greek equivalent to Hades. Oh, Pluto. I'm sorry, it's Pluto. Yeah, because there should be planets. Roman equivalent to Zeus is Jupiter and so on and so forth. But yeah. All right. It is Pluto. Remember they demoted Pluto and said it's not a planet anymore? And then they showed Pluto and it had Pluto's face on it. Oh, that's funny. Pluto. Yeah, Pluto. Anyway, you know who I would really like to hear from? I would like to hear from Casey Gonzalez. I almost forgot her first name. Casey Gonzalez. Like me, I'm Casey. I'm Casey. A lot of Caseys. All right. Let me shut this up because I'm going to move to another screen and then we'll get started. Pluto with the image of Pluto is my favorite NASA photo. Yeah. Well, it's an image, to be fair. They're not claiming their photos, their image. Yeah. Pluto. And of course, it's their god, Hades, death. They're probably going to off. A second. Pluto. Planet photo of Pluto's face. Let's see, Pluto's face on Pluto. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm going to show you guys. All right, false color. What? It's not real? All right. Is it supposed to be NASA? There it is. There's his face on Pluto. So you can kind of see he's it's not the best picture from where I got. Yeah, you can see it side by side. My keyboard's in the way. It's like a skull X-ray. Anyway, so that's Pluto. And that is what Hades, the Roman equivalent, the other god of death and underworld and all that kind of good stuff. So. I still don't know who the Grim Reaper is. I would like to get a hold of that Julie, the hospice nurse. I watched your stuff for a while, but after a while it gets kind of redundant. I mean, you can only watch so much. Plus, if you've been through it, you get it. You know what I mean? But I'd like to ask her, like, how many people have seen the Grim Reaper? Is this because the hospice nurse we had? She said this happens all the time. She said, "Oh yeah, it's the Grim Reaper," and she just kept doing what she's doing. I'm like, whoa! What do you mean Grim Reaper? What is this normal? Yeah, people see the Grim Reaper. And then my mom saw the Grim Reaper right before she died. I was telling her, come here. And my mom told my sister didn't believe it. She said, "What are you looking at?" She said, "The Grim Reaper. He's in the living room. He's telling me to come here." And my sister said, "What does it mean?" My mom said, "It's not good." Anyway. All right. And she died like a couple days later, just like Dave. Dave died out a day or two later. So, but I heard one thing, like there's a myth. I don't know if it's myth or true. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. So after the Grim Reaper comes and then reaps the soul, then he usually leaves a rock in your house. A rock. Well, I don't know if we had a rock because we just moved in. We had boxes everywhere, and my son had agates and stuff. So I don't know if we got a rock or not. So anyway, and I don't know if my dad got a rock. But I guess he leaves a rock at your house. All right. So I don't think he found a rock. I don't know. I should ask him. All right. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. Go over the god of the god Hades, Greek god Hades, Olympian, the Olympic winner of the 12 Olympic gods. And I think this is number 5. I do have my chat up. Let me see. I should say I have my stream up. So then after once we go through, get done with the 12 Olympic gods, Greek gods, then we're just going to spend one day going over the differences between, like say tonight, it would be Hades. So we're all the 12 gods, we'll go over their counterparts and the difference. Say, so it would be something like Hades versus Pluto, something like that. All right, I need to mute my thing so it doesn't reverberate. Oh, did you hear that? Another prophecy just in. Now, a new prophecy just came in. It won't come true, so don't worry. There's new prophecy by the end of the week. The Hebrews will invade. The Hebrews are going to start a war with somebody, and they're going to be riding ATVs and dirt bikes. That's right, the Hebrews. I guess they dress like the sheik. They got like those things on their head and stuff. I don't know. I think the Hebrews are kind of extinct. They're called the Israelites now, or the Jews. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know why anybody would call them Hebrews. Now I hope they don't start fighting with the Philistines. The Philistines. Oh my goodness. Who've also been extinct for like thousands of years. He said that he had a translator for Philistines. English to Philistine. They've been extinct so long, you guys, that only I think they only got like 2 or 3 words left out of their language that they even know. That's how long they've been extinct. Like they might know like 1 or 2 words from that language, Philistines. But no, and those are I think the giants too. They got extinct. But anyway, somehow Mark was talking to him with a Philistine translator. A Philistine translator. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I'm thinking about going over to the caves over there and with my caveman interpreter and speak to the caveman. You know what I mean? I'm like a caveman interpreter. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. I think we are ready. Yes, I did legally dump my trash. It's not really that expensive. And nobody catches on to the nonsense over there. I know. The Philistines. Well, that's what happens when you let somebody else interpret the Bible for you. People should just interpret it, read it yourself, interpret it for yourself, figure it out for yourself. Study together. But yeah, taking somebody for their word on everything when they've got a bad reputation to begin with, not the wisest move, but what do I know? All right, anyway. I might have to turn the fan on. It's really hot in here all of a sudden. I had it closed up in here. It keeps really cool in the daytime. It's really nice. It almost feels air conditioned. It does feel air conditioned. But this is a weird. It's time I gotta open the windows and get the cold night air in here. All right, I'm pulling up. Okay. I'll just say a prayer. Thank you, Father, for gathering us this evening and all of our blessings from today and every day. Amen. All right. First of all, we'll get a little glimpse of this guy. Hades. Here he is. And you guys might recognize the 3-headed dog. Let me get it up there. Hold on a second, get it a little closer. Yeah, how's that? He doesn't have a trident, he's got a bident. Is some of you talking about, Grace, the bident? He's got a bident and a three-headed dog. Two-pronged spear and a three-headed dog. Anyway, there he is. This is a statue on Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, I ordered some curly whirly bars from the UK. So I ordered some in February. They came right away. I really liked them. And so I ordered more. And that was in March, April, May, June. It's been like 3 months. Supposed to be in like, I don't know, a few weeks. So very disappointed with my curly whirly bars not showing up. Maybe the customs took them in. I don't know. All right. But anyway, so we're going to learn about his, because they always have, a lot of times they have something on their head. They're wearing something. All tells about their characters and their powers and all that stuff. So anyway, he's got the three-headed dog, the bident, something on his head, and it looks like he's wearing a toga. All right. That's what he looks like, just so you know. All right, we will start. I'm going to move this a little bit. Maybe wait, you know what? I'm going to save this one for the thumbnail. This thing is so slow. All right. HADES. HADES. All right. I like the FTD floral guy from last night. All right. So let's learn about Hades, the god of the underworld. God of the death and underworld, of course. Death and underworld. He's a Greek god of the underworld. Hades is an ancient Greek god of the underworld, the place where human souls go after death. In time, his name became synonymous with this realm. So like them, where the dead people go. But in the Old Testament was always Sheol. All right. Now I'm going to pull up. I shut these as I use them. Pull up Hades here. This is one of my favorite sites for the. It's like theology.com or something. Anyway, so I will back up and show this. Hades. Now it can be spelled HADES, HAIDS. You know what's weird? Once in a while, the computer will read my mind, and I don't know if this ever happened. Every once in a while, it happens to me. So I was just looking at houses. I'm always looking at real estate. Always, I just like to do it. It's fun. And I was looking at this house that's, I don't know, in a town north from here. That they're selling really cheap, but anyway, it's a 2-story. And then I looked at another one, and it was like a 3-level home, 3 levels. I'm sitting here by myself. I looked at 2 homes, didn't say anything, all I thought in my head was, man, I'm glad I live on a single level because it's so much easier to heat, you know what I mean? Because if you live in Minnesota and you got 2 levels or 3 levels, my first thought is the heating bill. Anyway, So out of nowhere, I pulled up this Hades thing, and now it just went off because I'm talking about it. Anyway, I'll see if it comes up again. All I did was think, wow, I'm glad I have a single level. Well, an ad just came up over here. It said single level living. I just had that in my head like an hour ago, thinking, man, I wouldn't want a home that's more than one level just for the heating bill. But I thought that privately in my head. The next ad that comes up is single level living, homes with one level. You know what I mean? I thought, that's how could they have figured that out? I just glanced at 2 new homes that popped up today, and I thought, how the heck did they just read my mind again? Homes with single level living or something. Ah, it's weird. It's not the first time it's read my mind. All right. I think you can. If it pops up again, I'll show you. But now that I'm talking about it, see, that's how smart this computer stuff is. Now it's switched over to car ads, which I've not even thought about. Now they're playing dumb. See, they know I haven't thought about cars. And like, oh, huh? It just switched. I swear, it was just on single 11. It's been on there for an hour. Now that I'm talking about it, switched over to car ads. Anyway, that's smart, all right. So, all right. Now I wish I could. Speaking of ads, I wish I could shut these down. I don't know how. Anyway, Greek mythology. Let's get on with this. Hades. Oh my goodness. The ads like attack me like a swarm of bees. All right. There's just no way to get rid of it, is there? All right. Oh man. I feel like I'm fighting boxing a kangaroo here, like a live AI kangaroo. I'm boxing it. And somehow it's punching me in the face a whole bunch of times. All right. All right. Forget the ads popping up. I don't know how to stop it. All right. Hades. Here we go. Greek name Hades. Hades. This is usually where you see it. Hades. Hades. And I thought this will show you the influence on the New Testament, because the New Testament's filled with Hades, about the death in the underworld, which is not at all in the Old Testament. Nothing like this. But you can see the influence on the New Testament. In the Roman, he's called Pluto or Dis, like DIS, or Pluto as in the planet Pluto. Disney character. Hades was the king of the underworld and god of the dead. He presided over funeral rites and defended the right of the dead to do burial. Hades was also the god of the hidden wealth of the earth, from the fertile soil with nourished seed grain to the mined wealth of gold, silver, and other metals. Hades was devoured by Kronos as soon as he was born. Remember that? Along with 4 of his siblings. Zeus later caused the Titan to disgorge them, like a Heimlich maneuver or something. And together, they drove the Titan's gods from heaven and locked them away in the pit of Tartarus, which is where you see, what do they call it? Tartarus? Whatever. Tartarus. When the 3 victorious brothers then drew lots for the division of the cosmos, Hades received the 3rd portion, the dark, dismal realm of the underworld, as his domain. Hades desired a bride and petitioned his brother Zeus to grant him one of his daughters. The god offered him Persephone, the daughter of Demeter. However, knowing that the goddess would resist the marriage, he assented to the forceful abduction of the girl. When Demeter learned of this, she was furious and caused the great dearth to fall upon the earth until her daughter's was returned. Zeus was forced to concede lest mankind perish, and the girl was fetched forth from the underworld. However, since she had tasted the pomegranate seed, since she had tasted of the pomegranate seed, she was forced to return to him for a portion of each year. That's interesting. Ate from the forbidden fruit or what? Hades was depicted as a dark-bearded regal god. He was depicted as either Adonis enthroned in the underworld, holding a bird-tipped scepter, or as a Pluton. That's where you get the word Pluto. Pluton, the giver of wealth, pouring fertility from the cornucopia. The Romans named him Dis, or Pluto, the Latin form of his Greek title Pluton, the Lord of Riches. Let me see. This is names. The Unseen One. It translates, by the way, Hades translates to the Unseen One. Now, the birth of Hades. Rhea was subject in love with Cronus and bare the splendid children Hestia, Demeter and gold-shod Hera, the strong Hades, pitiless in heart, who dwells under the earth, and the loud crashing earth shaker Poseidon, and wise Zeus. These great Kronos swallowed as each came forth from the womb to his mother's knees. Therefore he kept no blind outlook, but watched and swallowed down his children, all except Zeus. As the years rolled on, great Kronos, the wily, was beguiled by the deep suggestions of Gaia. Gaia is Mother Earth, or I don't know if it's Mother, but the Earth, and brought up again his offspring, vanquished by the arts and might of his own son Zeus, and he vomited up his first stone which he had swallowed last. And of course, remember the War of the Titans. This is like all these stories kind of overlap or entwined. And it's kind of funny. Yeah, they're all kind of connected. Anyway, there's more art. I'm going to show some pictures here. So you will... Wait. Oops. Oh, here it is. You'll recognize him by the bident and the three-headed dog. I'll learn about that in a second. All right. Characteristics. Here we go. Characteristics of Hades. This thing's really... All right. Oh yeah, the Achilles too. Okay, hold on a second. This takes so long when I have so many open. I'm trying to get to the one I want. All right. Oh, I just want to show real quick because I pulled this up while I was waiting. So I just want to show you the influence of on the New Testament of this Hades, the god Hades. Okay, remember this is a Greek and Roman god, Hades and Pluto, and this was well, before they wrote the New Testament, after the Old Testament, but before the New Testament. And we've actually talked about that before. Hell and the devil and all that kind of stuff between the Old and the New Testament. Anyway, so Hades, look how many times. It says 100 Bible verses, but sometimes they repeat it. But here it is in Luke. And in Hades, being in torment, he lifted up his eyes and saw Abraham far off. That was the rich man and Lazarus story. That's an awful story. Even in Acts, you abandoned my soul to Hades. Revelation, book of Revelation, the keys of death and Hades. Acts, abandoned to Hades. Now, I thought this was funny because this is a New Testament thing. Hades is not in the Old Testament. But I thought, Psalm? What is with the Psalm? Now, look, it is nothing about Hades. It's, what is it? Sheol. Because in the Old Testament, we have Sheol. That was where the place where the dead went. It was a place of rest, actually. But no, so they'll put Psalm in here, but this is not Hades, as you can plainly see. It's not in the Old Testament, but it is in the New Testament. Death and Hades gave up the dead. Luke, here you go, Hades. That was the rich man and Lazarus again. Gates of hell, I don't know, and they do, here you go. You will be brought down to Hades. They kind of change it, interchangeable with hell. This is just total New Testament stuff. Hades, hell and Hades, death and Hades, Revelation. See, sometimes they start over. They might say they have 100, but this is the same verses going over and over. Anyway, all New Testament, as you can see. Now here, stop. Isaiah, what? No, Sheol. Beneath stirred up. So I'm not even sure why they put these Old Testament ones in here. As you can see, it plainly does not say Hades. It says Sheol, because that's what the Old Testament is, Sheol. They never heard of Hades. If it was Olympic god thing that they already knew about. So anyway, but no, you won't see Hades or hell in the Old Testament. It didn't exist. But it is plenty times in the New Testament, as you can see. So you can just scroll through New Testament all the way. Oh, Hosea. Here's the Old Testament. Nope. Does it say Hades? Nope. Oh, Sheol. And you know what's funny? The New Testament improperly quotes this Hosea. Remember, oh, death, where's your plagues? Oh, Sheol, where's your sting? Well, in the New Testament, it says, oh, death, where's your victory? Oh, grave, where's your, or hell, where's your sting? Or something like that. Anyway, they misquote this in the New Testament, but here's the original. Oh, death, where are your plagues? This is not what this is. In fact, I'm not going to do it. You can look it up. You know which one I'm talking about. Death, where's your victory? Grave, where's your sting? Or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, here's the original. It does not say hell, anything like that, or Hades. Anyway, Mark, First Peter, yeah. Ecclesiastics, what? No, it says Sheol, not Hades. Daniel, huh? No, it doesn't say Sheol or Hades. Jude, yeah, definitely. Revelation, Luke, it's the same. Ecclesiastes, huh? No, none. You're not going to see it. Anyway, you get my point. It's a New Testament only thing. Hell and Hades and anything like that is a New Testament thing. Nothing like that in the Old Testament. There was no hell in the Old Testament. Nothing like that. So anyway, he's a god, ancient god of the underworld. Place where all human souls went after death, according to these Olympian Greeks. And this guy, Hades, was the god of this place. So Elysian Fields, also known as Elysium, was for heroes like Perseus and Achilles. Anyway, the god was a brother to the 12 Olympian gods. And we already went through the origin. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, we know that. Look, they're making s'mores over here. They didn't look at. They didn't even roast a marshmallow. Look, they're putting a raw marshmallow on trying to make a s'more with a raw marshmallow. It's not even cooked. Oh man. Oh, that's funny. Hold on a second. No, to me anyway. Oh man. I gotta have a bonfire. Now that I got my trash and all my stuff to the dump, all my construction stuff and all that. Now I gotta have that bonfire out there one of these nights. I can't do it when it's windy though. That's just asking for it. All right. Anything else? Anything about? Oh, you know what? You know what? We did not know. We gotta find out what the three-headed dogs are. I gotta figure out what the three-headed dogs. All right. It has something to do with torturing people. Hold on a second. All right. Here it is. All right. Let's get the story on these dogs. Can imagine a dog with three heads. I got 3 dogs, but they have 3 bodies. So, but I can imagine them all in one body. It'd be trouble. After Cronus was overthrown by his sons, his kingdom was divided among them, and the underworld fell by lot to Hades. Yeah, he drew the short straw. There he ruled with his queen, Persephone, over the infernal powers and over the dead in what was often called the House of Hades, or simply Hades. He was aided by the dog Cerberus. There he is. Oh, that's a creepy picture. I don't even want to look at it. Though Hades supervised the trial and punishment of the wicked after death, this is where hell comes in. This is where they made up hell. All right. So though Hades supervised the trial and the punishment of the wicked after death, he was not normally one of the judges in the underworld, nor did he personally torture the guilty, a task assigned to the Furies. Oh, goodness. Furies, a Greco-Roman mythology. Oh, goddess of vengeance. Okay. Okay. Erinyes, also known as Erinyes. The Furies is Erinyes. Hades was depicted as stern and pitiless, unmoved by prayer or sacrifice, like death itself, forbidding and aloof. He never quite emerges as a distinct personality from the shadowy darkness of his realm, not even in the myth of his abduction of Persephone, whatever her name is. Those dark and unknowable aspects were complemented by an opposite and beneficial aspect. The god of the underworld was usually worshipped under euphemistic epithet such as Clemenus the Renowned or Ebolus. This looked like Ebola. The good counselor. He was often called Zeus with the addition of a little special title, Clothian Zeus. His title, Pluto or Pluton, wealth, means wealth, may have originated through Hades' partial amalgamation with a god of Earth's fertility, or because he gathered all living things into his treasury at death. All right. Oh, here, I'm just going to show you this footnote here. I find it interesting. In the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, the Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, the word Hades is used for Sheol. See that? Exactly what I said. If you have a certain translations, like Greek translations, your Hebrew Bible, your Old Testament, will say Hades, where it should say Sheol, denoting a dark region of the dead. Instead of Sheol, where it's just a place where the soul goes to rest, they switch it out with Hades, which means a horrible place, denoting a dark region of the dead. Tartarus, originally denoting the abyss far below Hades and the place of punishment in the lower world, later lost its distinctiveness and became almost a synonym for Hades. Yeah, so it used to be like different levels, and then the really low level at the bottom was for the really bad people to be tortured and stuff. Anyway, there's your Hades. It comes from a Greek god. So whenever you see Hades in the New Testament, yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna put one more thing. Otherwise, I'm done with that. I do wanna here. That's what I'll put. What does Hades dogs do? One of the most well-known may have been the three-headed dog known as Cerberus. It was the job of Cerberus to guard the entrance to Hades. In Greek mythology, this was the underworld where spirits of the dead were the only ones allowed to enter. So the three-headed dog guards the entrance to Hades. Make sure only dead people go there. Cerberus is said to have a tremendous strength that could shake the underground and break walls. It could cause like an earthquake. Cerberus was a skilled tracker that could hunt endlessly once he acquired someone's scent, guaranteeing no one could hide from him. Well, yeah, with 3 noses, can you imagine? And then, of course, there is always a weakness, right? What is Cerberus's weakness? It is weak to grates, words, shields, ice, and light, and resists lightning and is immune to fire. Cerberus is a colossal fire-breathing beast that runs around the battlefield at speed, pounces on the party, and climbs the gates of the citadel to drive upon its prey. Anyway, he just pretty much guards the gates to hell. Well, my thing is way behind here. It's weird. All right. I think that's all I got. Let me see if I had anything left. But yeah, he's the god of the dead, underworld, that kind of stuff. All right, I did. I got it done. All right. All right, at 58 minutes for almost 1 hour. All right. Anybody got any comment or anything else before I wrap it up? I gotta get ready for this. The Hebrews are attacking Israel at the end of the week, so I'm gonna stock up on my kosher snacks or something. All right. That's right, doggy. All right. Otherwise, yeah, I can wrap this up. My computer is so slow, you guys. Anyway, I think I got everything now. Come on. All right. Yes, I do. All right. Anything else? I will say good night. I'll pray out. Heavenly Father, thank you for gathering us once again. Glory goes to you. Amen. Yeah, it just feels like Friday, man, or Thursday or something. I went to that garage sale. But it's only Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow. Kathy, check into that link I sent you. It covers all this stuff and much more. Goes really deep, much deeper than you imagine. Really? That 10-hour link? You know what? I'll be on my tractor for a bunch of hours tomorrow. Maybe I can at least get a couple hours of those in there. 10 hours. Did you watch the whole 10 hours? Yeah, I'll be on my tractor for, I don't know, 3 hours at least tomorrow. I gotta cut all my grass again. Looks so beautiful. One of these nights I gotta have a nice barbecue. Bonfire. Yeah. Huh. That is interesting. All right, will do. I'll have to go back and grab it. I think you sent it to me probably 4 or 5 days ago. I don't know. Time's flying. We're coming up to the 7th, 8th, and 9th month. You know, that's the third quarter. And all that. So, all right. So good night to Grace and Golek and anybody else that came in. And thank you for the thumbs up. I see 3 people gave me a thumbs up. So there's somebody else here who gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for that. I'll send you a fresh link so you don't need time. All right, thanks. Yeah, I'll have some time tomorrow. I just have to take it in bite-sized pieces, you know. 2 hours one time, another 2 hours. There's so many of these gods that it's kind of weird how they overlap and they're kind of all connected. Well, love you too, Grace. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, everybody. Glory to God. Good night. Have a great rest of the evening. I hope you all have an awesome day tomorrow. Have a great hump day. Hope you're all blessed, and hope to see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.